How's it going, everybody? LevelMDiecast, and we are back in the collection, and we're going to do a full updated walkthrough. Been a while since we've done one of these. We are going to go through everything, including the stuff that's not even in this room. We're going to make a massive update and just go through everything. And so what we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and start with one wall. Make our way through the room. This is all the exotics. This will be mainly Hot Wheels, almost all entirely Hot Wheels. Some mainline, some premiums. McLaren, Bugatti. There's Aston Martin in there. We got some Salines, Pagani. Moving down, there's some Lotuses up there. Some Lotuses in the case. Don't have enough space for these. This is a Schuko Huracan. Moving through, this is all Lamborghini. A lot of the Lamborghini is older Lamborghini stuff. We try to collect a little bit older stuff here, obviously. Moving down to the Hot Wheels Ferraris. Ferrari F40s, Testarossas. Got some 512Ms in there. And then some Koenigsegg's and some more McLaren stuff down here. Just where it fits. So that is looking pretty good. I only have one open spot there. So if I get any more cars, I'm basically screwed with that point. Moving on to the wall over here, this is one of the larger walls that fits a ridiculous amount of cars. These are those Mascari cases with the clear cases that come off. I got all these used, so they're a little beat up, but I got them for really cheap. I think I got all 10 of those for $100, so super cheap. Anyways, we'll just go ahead and kick it off. These are kind of sorted. This is all BMW, just from various years. A lot of newer stuff, but some older stuff in there as well. Do have some Volvo in there as well. And then it moves up into some Audis. Do have some Audis that carry over into this case. This case is ultra random. Do apologize for the glare. This case is really rough because there's just no way to sort things. You know, I have like one Lincoln and there's some Volkswagens, Peugeot, there's the Starion, Impala. I mean, it's just all over the place in that particular case. But then, of course, we have the Camaro, particularly like that casting. So have quite a few variations. There are no duplicates in there or anything like that. Speaking of Camaro, I do like that particular casting there, the Camaro race car. I do have most versions. There are quite a few variations on that particular model. And then it goes into some Alfa Romeo and, of course, some Mercedes, which is kind of sorted. Not really, but it's sort of sorted. This is all Mopar. Completely random Mopars. Nothing, you know, really sorted down there until you get up into the Vipers. Again, not trying to complete them, but I just get them as I get them. But I have a pretty good chunk of the Vipers. Of course, Hot Wheels is coming out with a brand new RT10 casting this year, so pretty happy about that. This case is all JDM, pretty much all Nissan. I think it may be all Nissan. You know, because Hot Wheels makes a lot of Nissan. That particular R34 is a custom, by the way. So, in case you guys are like, oh, I've never seen that one before. It's custom. It's custom. This is the rest of the JDMs. We got Subaru, Toyota's represented in there. Moving down, we do have some Mitsubishi, RX-7, some Mazda, some Honda. A little bit of everybody down in there. Got the Volkswagen Jetta as well. Got yourself some EK and EGs. These are my 30s era cars, mostly Blackwall era and after. I particularly like these particular ones, so I'm pretty happy about that. I have most every single variation for the Auburn, the Duesenberg, the Classic Caddy, 37 Bugatti, the Talbot, the Corsair, and then of course we have the Rolls Royce, and then the Mercedes 540K, and of course the Classic Packard. Now there are some heavy hitters I'm missing. I am missing some treasure hunts and stuff, so there's still some money shots to deal with that particular set of castings. This one is another random case, just kind of whatever. You know, we got some Grand Nationals. There's a bunch of different brands in here. A little bit of everything, mostly Hot Wheels. But a little bit of everything else. Do put my Challenger drift cars in there because they were exceeding the space that they were in. I know I will probably get some flack for this particular case, but I think this is a little bit of a nice breakup for the room. This is the tuned cars, the weird fantasy stuff from Hot Wheels. I do like a lot of these castings. I think they look kind of cool. They're kind of quirky, kind of cool to collect and stuff like that. So I decided to give them a little bit of space in here. Some of them are small enough that you can put 2 on a shelf, which is convenient for space-wise. Down at the bottom, this is all race cars. These are all random. There is no necessarily rhyme or reason to what's down here. Mostly starts with rally cars on the right. That's just kind of the way it worked out. There are several brands in here. There is no particular brand whatsoever. But there is a lot of Hot Wheels, I will tell you. There's a lot of Hot Wheels in here. Moving into like DTM cars, road race cars, some McLarens and Ford GTs and stuff like that. C8 GT3s, CLKs, LMPs, all that kind of stuff like that. Got your 190Es. Some V8 supercars in there as well. The cars there on the bottom, those are ones that I don't have space to fit in here, except for that Audi that's supposed to go up in a different case. And same with that Saleen right there, those 2 Saleens as well. They're just kind of there for now. This case is purposely made to kind of cover as many forms of racing as possible. So, you know, there's rally in here, road race cars. Like I said, there's the V8 supercars. We got some GT cars in here, Japanese stuff, open wheel, a little bit of everything. Just off-road, drag, even got trucks down there, NASCAR, Craftsman trucks, normal NASCAR, just everything. Just I love race cars. Race cars are just awesome. Moving on to this little section here, I do have all of the currently released Charger RLC castings. There is General Mayhem, and then of course the black, the purple, and the orange. So that looks pretty good. Couple of McLarens there as well. Can't bring myself to crack those, so I'm going to leave those sealed for now. And then just some random Vipers, some Chargers, and then of course this is all the motorcycles, Hot Wheels motorcycles and stuff like that. So not race car related for the motorcycles, but they kind of just fit there. All right, this wall is going to be difficult to cover all of this stuff just because I have a display case right here, and it's hinders my ability to get good shots there. I do want to point out this though. This is just some older 90s stuff. The mini truck, got your Lexus in there. Zenderfact 4, stuff like that. Just some older Hot Wheels stuff that I like. A little bit of weird stuff. That split image I have, a lot. Those are all different. Every single one of those is different. No duplicates in there. They're all different. Just insane. Bonkers insane. All right, as we go through this wall here, on the top is just some miscellaneous older stuff, some Yaming, some Road Champ, stuff like that. Just general trucks up at the top. Nothing particularly fancy. I do still have HD and SD trucks here. Should have every single release of HD and SD trucks they've ever done, with the exception of the Chevy Ram truck, because that's the only one I never collected. Now I do have another shelf, another display that has more HD and SD trucks in it that we'll get to in a little bit. I also threw my stompers in right here. Just the McDonald's stompers, not the real stompers, not the motorized stompers, but just somewhere to fill those in. I do have purposely left this open. I have a really big problem with filling up cases entirely, and then when I get something else, I can't add to it because there's no room. Tried to keep this one empty to flex expansion for the rest of these, because the rest of these are completely full. Green light trailers, been collecting these forever. Really kind of backed off in the last year or so, so there's a lot of them I don't have. Not going hard as I used to in the paint with them, but I still have enormous amounts, obviously. Moving down here, this is all my Rams. I have more Rams in another spot. I'll show you that shortly. So that's not all the green light Rams. Moving on from that case, this is all green light Mopar. All Mopar in this case. Diplomat, Belvedere, Chargers. We got some Monacos in there, some Cornets, Satellites, things like that. So a little bit of everything in there. Moving up from that case, this case is absolutely just packed. This case has so many cars in it. Tokyo, whatever the Tokyo series is from Greenlight, I can't figure out what the name is right now. All of these are those. Datsuns, Nissans, got your R35s. These are all Auto World Supras, Auto World C8s as well. Then we move into some Greenlight stuff, just miscellaneous, a little bit of everything. Some Auto World mixed in there as well. At one point in time, I was going to go through and sort these by color, but then I decided not to. It's just too much work. It's just too much work. It would look cool, but it's too much work. Moving up from that, this is another miscellaneous case. This has some Greenlight Dodge Vans in it, a couple more Rams in there. Just some miscellaneous stuff. The Titans are in there, a couple more trailers and things like that. Just kind of random stuff. Kind of go a different angle for the rest of these. Kind of difficult to see. So that case there, that is a relatively new case. That holds all the Kaido houses. I do have all the Kaido house normal releases, no chases, no black limited editions, none of that stuff. Just the regular releases. I believe I have all of them except for the two R34s, which I will get shortly. So that's the only ones I'm missing. But if you see, I have a lot of Mini GT, and I really like Mini GT. So I have all 7 of these cases of just regular Mini GT. All 7. And they're all sorted by model. So like these are all Porsches. Into your roughs, there's your C8s. You know, we got BMW over here. 190Es, we got some Bugattis up at the top. But that's 7 cases full of those. And then of course I do have military stuff down here. I've had that military stuff for a while. Mostly it is World War II era. And mostly it's Johnny Lightning. I have a little bit of military stuff elsewhere that we will get to shortly. But Mini GT's kind of taken over. Now, I am currently maxed where I'm at right now with Mini GT. I have even more case than this. We'll see as soon as we turn the corner. But I'm running out of room. It's going to be eventually where Mini GT is going to take over this entire wall, I'm sure, at some point in time. All right, moving on to this side here. This is all Porsche. Everything in the corner here is Porsche. Some Supers up there, some Gathering dealer model errors and stuff like that. Those are some Blackwall new on card. These are all just miscellaneous ones. Various brands. It's all different brands. But a little bit of Porsche, a little bit of everything. I did do a video kind of showcasing some of this stuff at one point in time. So I won't go too much into it, but just showing off what's here. Just roll down, scroll down for you guys. Still need a little bit of extra light in this room. I'm still lacking a little bit on the light. We're still working on that. This case here is miscellaneous Porsche stuff that doesn't really fit anywhere. So we got some Para 64s in there, some Schuko, Tarmacs and stuff like that. And then of course we do have some Majorette up here at the top. So just a little bit of everything. Just a little bit of everything. It looks pretty good. I like it. In the corner there is just some other random Porsche stuff. And then surrounding everything is Mini GT chases. A couple Speed Champions. Some conventions. The rest of these are all chase pieces. And then I do have this case here, which is basically all like the 911 series. For the most part, there is some Panameras in there, some Takens in there. So, kind of the way that works. Some Schukos as well. Those are my 2 Neverland Porsches that I'm going to be selling shortly. Gunther, some Tarmac here. Just rolling through the Tarmacs, R33s, Inno 64s. A couple more Tarmacs, Para 64, a little bit of everything representing. All right, so these cases are new. Yes, even more Mini GT. So I have another case Mini GT here. And then, of course, I have the trucks, which I've been struggling to get those into a display case. I am only missing one single truck. One. I'm missing one cargo truck that's currently been released. And that was for a shipping company that it's going to be super hard to get that one. But down here is your race car hauler, and of course the 3 car haulers, and then of course the bigger boxed weird shaped stuff, the Christmas cars and things like that. So I have all those on display. Definitely like those. There are all the boxes for the Mini GT trucks over there as well. Haven't got to getting those out of here yet. This display case up here is all modern majorette. So a little bit of everything as far as castings go, but this is all 100% majorette in the case. All of it is the modern stuff. So got one chase piece there too. Pretty cool. Just a little bit of everything. I got more majorette too, so that's not all of it. We're just rolling through. On top of that is some Siku. Just threw those up there because I didn't have anywhere else to put them. They are 187 scale Sikus. They're just kind of there for now. One of my favorite parts of this entire wall, of course, is the Majorette 600 series truck display case. We'll get a better angle here. I have completely maxed that out. So every truck in there, I've gone over this a million times, but I'll do it just for newer subscribers. Every truck in there is different. It's a different variation. There's something different. There's no duplicates in there. There are 0 duplicates in that whole case. Every single one of those trucks is unique, and they were all from sealed packages. So it's not like people swapped parts or trailers or whatever. They're all from sealed packages. Every single one of them. Except for this one. That's the only one that didn't come from a sealed package, but they only released that cab with the crane trailer. That's the only time you got that particular cab in yellow. So that one I bought loose, and that one's stupid rare. So when I found it, I just went ahead and bought it because I wasn't going to wait. All right, moving on to the next wall. Of course, we are from the Maha City. We love the Maha City. This is all Colorado related diecast, so everything in here is for something related to Colorado, whether it be a city or whatever. We got Fort Collins in here, Fort Morgan. We got the Colorado Gold Rush down here. That Datsun is for Valley Datsun back in the day. Colorado State Patrol, Denver County Sheriffs. Got some Arapahoe County Sheriffs as well. These are some pretty rare green lights to have too. Colorado Springs, that is a Longmont bike over there. And of course we do have the Gunnison Hazmat truck. Even got some Colorado State Patrol micro machines and spec cast law enforcement Crown Vic, which is pretty cool. All right, so this would be the closet in this room if this was an actual room, but it's not an actual room because it's a diecast room. This is where we're struggling with the light. I need to get some light in the closet because you can't really see much. So this wall is relatively new. I moved a lot of stuff into this wall. Everything on this wall is truck related. Everything's truck related in some way, shape, or form. No cars or anything on this wall. And it's just a little bit of everything, every brand. So we'll just kind of go through, see if you guys see something that sparks your interest as far as the carded stuff goes. Of course, we got some Road Champs. There's some Yaming in there. Some, lesser brands, I should say. Cheaper brands, we'll put it that way. This case has mainly Hot Wheels. We got some... Yeah, I know you're going to say that's not a truck, but it's an off-road Camaro. It's close enough. It's close enough. So, some early 90s Hot Wheels, with the Nissan hardbody lifted truck. Got the Suzuki off-road rider, Mercedes Unimog. All castings I really, really like. So I have tons of variations of those. Some Volkswagen love there. A couple of drag buses. Not really my thing, but I do pick them up if I get them for cheap. This case is all green light. Of course, you have all your route runners. Then we move into the Tahoes, the Jeep Gladiators, Broncos, Dodge D100 trucks. And then we move into the brand new first generation Ram trucks. And then we have a couple of other straggler stuff. Some Chevy stuff here on the bottom. A couple of Auto Worlds as well. Moving down into the lower section here. This is like the green lights with the campers on the back. You got your Macho Power Wagon, and then some older Hot Wheels castings and stuff, some trucks and things like that, which is pretty good. These center cases have basically 90s eras Hot Wheels. So we have our Rams. Yeah, that's not a truck, but it just had to go there. I like that casting. I like it. It's weird, but I like it. Bywaymen, tons of those. I don't have every single one of them. Baja Breaker, I don't have every single one of them. Not even remotely close. Your Off-Road Rider. Do have some Rams. Again, I just get them as I come across them. I don't necessarily have them all. Not necessarily striving for them all either. A couple of Matchbox trucks we do have here with our Cooper Jarrett doubles. Buddy got me those. Pretty good deal. The Not Jeep. See, that is not a Jeep. Looks like a Jeep, but it's not a Jeep. So we have all those guys in there. Then just some more random stuff. 90% Hot Wheels. Couple of green lights in there. Hot Wheels military. Yes, Hot Wheels used to make military. They were quite cool, actually. So, a bunch of those in there. Some Karama trucks. Some of my favorites. So, I definitely like those guys. This bigger case here. This is mainly Hot Wheels. Got some Johnny Lightning in there. Land Rovers. Mostly Jeep. There's your 4Runners. Bunch of Hummers in there. Got some Tarmac Land Rovers in there as well. The Hot Wheels Unimog. Those are all Auto World Jeeps on the right. So I have most of them. I think there's only a couple that I don't have. Then just a couple of miscellaneous things at the top. And then down on this side we have our mail trucks and some other random stuff just rolling through. Some majorette down there at the bottom as well. This corner has all of the action drivers. I really want to build all those. I really want to build all of those, but it's just not possible. I just don't have anywhere to put them. Recently picked that up from Ross for like $20, and the thing normally retails for $42. So if you're looking for that particular Volcano set, check your local Ross. I think the only action driver set that I do not currently have, FedEx. Don't have FedEx. Still looking for that one. All right, this case is still work in progress. I do just have random stuff on the top, but as far as the case goes, these are all HK Tiny. I don't know where to put those, but I want those displayed, so I got to figure out where to put those. Some cheaper die cast in there as well. I put the boxed stuff in there. So some Spark, some Era cars, and some stuff like that, because I don't have anywhere to put them. A couple of Para 64s. Super rigs. Just a teeny little bit of super rigs. I'll show you where the rest of the super rigs are, because I have like 100 super rigs. This is the rest of the SD and HD trucks. Put them all in this case. I think they look pretty good. Got your tankers and your RVs. Definitely like it. It looks pretty good. I like them in that case. It's pretty cool. And then this little wall here. This remains to be the Charger wall. This is 90% Greenlight Chargers. That's the newest generation Charger. And then you go back in time. Back to the first generation 4-door Charger. And then we move into Auto World's Challenger. There's a couple of ones coming out for 2023 already, so pretty happy to get those. I am missing the Gulf Super Mini Wheels exclusive. I think that's the only one I'm missing so far, so I still got to get that one. And then these are all Greenlight Challengers with, I think, one Hot Wheels right here at the bottom. But the rest of those are all Greenlight Challengers. I think I have them all. Actually, I don't have... They did a 5-pack. They did a 5-pack once. I don't have that 5-pack, so I know that. All right, almost done with the perimeter. This is a little bit of a weird wall to take a look at, but we're going to try a little bit more Hot Wheels up here. Got your quad up there, the Vehicross, old number 5, and then that's some majorette. Move into this case. This case is all modern majorette too. The whole case. A little bit of everything in there. Not particularly sorted. This one is, though. This is all Volkswagen. So your panel bus, your window bus, your Beetle and everything like that. Of course, we do get that slug bug set from Jada. So we get a lot of majorette sets like that. So those are in there. Move this door open so we can get some light in here. This case here is like trucks. So your Land Rovers, your construction vehicles, things like that. Those are all in there, which look pretty good. Underneath that is even more majorette. This is your Hilux, Land Cruiser F-150s, stuff like that. Some Chargers, some factory errors and things like that. There is the convention Charger Pursuit. And then just some random stuff here, just random cars. Those are real riders. Some RLCs. I got way more RLCs than that, but that's just some of them. Just a little bit of everything. Some 454s, Supra, convention cars, some chases up here. And that's it. So, what we have left is the island, what I amply like to call it. The center of the island, this is storage. This is just where crap is. Eventually, I want to get another display case that goes right here. And then I can really store stuff in the middle there. But for now, it just looks terrible. All right, on the corner here, this is where I moved the rest of my Rams. If you guys have seen me do this room before, you know that this is where I had my team transport. Pulled all the team transport out. It's no longer in there. So I kind of displayed all the dually Rams in these cases to kind of give it a little fancy look. So all dualies in there. Still a lot of sorting to go on in this particular space here. There is the rest of the Rams. This is where the room gets a little bit dark, so bear with me. This is where I moved the rest of the military stuff to. Put the big tanks up there, mainly from Greenlight, just to make some space down there. There is the Matchbox Collectors models, all 9 plus the Divco truck that have been released thus far. So I really would like to display those rather than just have them in the box, but it is what it is. This is where I moved all the team transport. So this is every single team transport ever released, including the box sets, except for the Supreme, because I can't get my hands on that one. It's still too expensive. So I do apologize for the glare. You see all the Tamika in front of there. And then there's Real Working Rigs at the bottom. So I just did the video for those. So kind of just takes up everything. Now this case is already full, unfortunately. Completely full. So I don't have any more expansion space for there, but it is what it is. A little bit of case here, just some more Hot Wheels stuff. Mainly just, models from around the mid-90s. Just some other random stuff like that. Some Toy Fair stuff, birthday cars, stuff like that from Matchbox, just some randomness. I have been going through sorting all of the Tamikas that I have. Trying to figure out where to put all these. I have, I don't know, a couple hundred of them or so. I have them sorted kind of in the numbers. So like 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, yada, 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 all the way up to 120. I have all the Tomica along in another spot that we will go over. A couple of 124 scales, just those. I just thought they were cool, so I bought them. Nothing fancy. That bottom case there is just storage. So there's really nothing to look at for there. It's just kind of storage for now. But this is new. Look at this. So there's all the super rigs on the bottom. And I put all my trucks up in here. This is my full-on convoy. I realized that the trucks take up a ton of space. So I decided to put them all in the biggest case, which has allowed me to pull a lot more cars up on the walls. There's a lot of trucks in here. This is all super rigs. Those are all Hot Wheels super rigs. We move into Maesto. This is all Maesto here. That's all Road Champs back there. This is all Road Champs up here, Road Champs buses, and then we move into Maesto all the way to the end. Some random trucks here at the top. Those are Tonko and Ken Toys, mostly plastic, but they're still pretty cool. Moving into some random stuff here, I do have a couple of Sikus, some majorettes as well. Matchbox Premier trucks are in the back. So Series 1 is going to be right here on this second shelf, which I do have all 6. And then Series 2 in the back there, I do have all 6. But Series 3 at the top, I only have 3, so it starts from the orange one. I only have those 3 right there from Series 3, so still working on that series. But I really like this case. Lots and lots and lots of trucks in there, lots of good stuff. It's pretty cool. It took an enormous amount of time to set this all up. It took an entire day just to do this one case, which was just too much time. I do have a couple more trucks here in the front because there's nowhere else to put them. Nothing fancy there. The rest of my military planes, these are kind of the more high dollar ones. I do have some Johnny Lightnings in there as well. I got rid of most of my military aircraft, but these ones I can't bring myself to let go, so I had to leave a spot for those. A couple more cases on the top here. This is all Mopar action. A lot of Hot Wheels again, but Johnny Lightnings and Auto World as well. Got the Stealths. Bronco Sports from Greenlight. Some Chrysler 300s from Greenlight as well. The cases in the back here, this is going to, have all the Greenlight Impalas, Cadillacs, Caprices, Lowriders, all that kind of stuff like that. I think I have every version thus far, which is pretty cool. Definitely like it. Those are Auto World Lincoln Mark 5s as well. Some more Greenlight stuff in there. That Buick Roadmaster Riviera is pretty good. A couple more convention toy stuff from Matchbox. And then we have this case. This is all the rest of my RLC stuff. Those are all the RLCs. No, I don't have any big, ridiculous, expensive, over-the-top, limited editions. I don't have no Magnus Walker Porsches or nothing like that. But I also have a lot of Matchbox stuff in here too. Convention models, things like that. Case does open up. So got your Monty, Jag, Datsun, Bronco, all that kind of stuff. Some Matchbox stuff down here. Was, super lucky to acquire these Porsche models from Dirk Schluer. Very, very happy about that. Got those last year at the gathering. A couple more ones over here. Got your Jeep, your Mangusta, a couple Lambos and stuff like that. Tootsie Roll. He also hooked me up with this Opel. So I'm pretty happy about that. And I do have one 600 series truck in there because I ran out of room in that case. All right, moving around to the last case in the mix aisle. That is the rest of the real working rigs. That is all the rest of the working rigs. That case is completely full. So it's, carried over to the other side. Do have some Tamika box sets at the top. That's just where those are chilling. Some more RLCs up there as well. My NFT C8. Pretty happy about that. These are all Tarmac. Pretty much all collab 64s. I don't have them all. I just kind of buy the ones I like. So that's that. This case down here, this is the Gran Turismo display. Everything in there is Gran Turismo related. Whether it be diecast, games, everything that is all Gran Turismo. Little obsessed with that game, I'm not going to lie. So pretty happy about that. Did dig out this Real Toy Action City store display set that I had. There are no duplicates in here. These are all individual, but this is exactly how you'd see it sitting on a shelf in a store. I've had this for many years. One of my favorite buys of all time. Of course, a little mixed bag in here. You do have some kind of not good Real Toy, but then you have some really good Real Toy. Like this Subaru. It's pretty nice. BMW 5 Series, which is especially nice. So there's a lot of good stuff in there. Really like the fact that there's no duplicates in there. There's like, I don't know, 36 cars or something in there. It's pretty cool. A couple more Action City stuff here. I will put up some more Action City stuff eventually. And then I have this little thing here. This is just a placeholder for right now. All my Tabanka Long is on one side, and then the other side is cheap diecast. It's just in there because there's no other place to put it. So it is what it is. So now we're going to roll out of rooms 164 because, yeah, it's that big. This is the hallway out here. We've done extensive work out here as well. More 90s eras cars, a little bit better lighting out here. Might be too bright. We do have some Celicas and stuff like that. Nothing fancy. I did put this whole display together here, which I'm pretty happy with. Kind of the black wall 90s into the 90s era of Hot Wheels trucks and stuff. You have your Quick Bite, of course, your Combat Medic and stuff like that. I'm pretty happy with that case. I think it looks pretty good. Moving through here, take a step back. My creaky stairs, super creaky stairs. I have this display too. This has just more random Hot Wheels 90s eras. Still in process. Fire Eaters. There's the shoebox. I really like the shoebox. There's all the brick-built cars and stuff like that, which looks pretty good. Right here on this corner, we do have even more Hot Wheels. If there is wall space, there will be cars. There is the Zombot, one of my favorite castings from Hot Wheels of all time. All the way down through there, I have a bunch of different variations. Your Speed Blaster, the Twin Mill. Again, I apologize for the lighting. It's just kind of weird. But I have this whole thing here, and then as we come down the stairs, I have all of my Z toys on one side that are still carted all the way down here. And then on this side, we have Road Champs and some other stuff like that. Some Maestro, a little bit of stuff like that. Just kind of rolling up there. And then this is where we have the 1/18 scale stuff. So this is all 1/18 scale. That is the, Elegance container, I'd like to say. 30s eras and stuff like that. Nothing's changed with the 1/18 scale. Again, apologize for the lighting. It's a little weird. Stuff is still kind of in process down here. So you see that whole stack of cases right there? That's the amount of cars I was able to add upstairs by moving all of those tractor trailers. So it worked out pretty good. Now this wall right here is completely brand new. This is the monster truck wall. Those are all of my monster trucks. I have not gotten monster trucks in a little bit, but there are quite a few here. Of course, got that at Hobby Lobby. That sign right there. It looks pretty cool. It's on clearance right now, so I got it for like 15 bucks. These are 1/18 scale. They are in a 1/24 scale container, but I put those in there because they're small ones and I don't have any other ones, so this kind of fits in there. So there you go. That is the whole walkthrough, and of course, more 1/18 scale here. I have a lot of 1/18 scale, but never enough. So there you go. That is the walkthrough of the whole collection. This stuff right here is all the loose cars. Stuff I still need to go through. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm still working on it. So I'm going to keep working. You guys drop a comment. Let me know what you guys thought here. And again, sorry for the lighting. Lighting's a little bit weird, but I'm working on that. But I just want to give you guys a full updated walkthrough, see where we're at. And drop a comment. Let me know. So we're going to roll out. Thanks, guys. Level M. Peace.